Johnson getting down the right-hand side. Can he get a cross in against Keown? Knock it back. Kerry Hughes. Dowie's on the far post if they can really put a big one over. Steve Williams holding his man off well. Harvey. Priest. Black is in there. Back to Williams. Hard one for Richard Harvey. Spinning away. And for the moment, we're going to have a hold-up because I think it's Steve Williams going to be booked. It's clearly something he said about the incident which didn't bring a penalty. And John Dreyer interceding here. 40 minutes gone. It's Williams' name into the book. 15 minutes of the game gone. That's a really big kick from Southall, away by Beaumont, picked up by Nevin. In for Sharp, and Cotty turns away, but into trouble. A nudge by Beaumont, and this is Hughes. Steve Williams. That's a beautiful ball through the chase. Kingsley Black and Keown. Keown's got it protected, takes it out. Not used to playing in those confined spaces. Williams with a cross. Dowie gets up. Dave Watson, to be fair, did his job. Just prevented Ian Dowie getting in a clean header, but there was a good cross and a good attempt. Nice cross from Williams. Good leap, but the defender's close to him, and that's impossible to get over the top of. Johnson into a difficult area. Hughes. Cotty gets it down to Neil MacDonald. Well cut out by Richard Harvey. Keeps going. Driving down the left. Straight to Nevin. Sharp is chasing this. Three goals in the Rumbelows Cup, one in the First Division, but short of goals, basically. Kingsley Black to Richard Harvey. Black is just behind him. This is Elstrop again. Priest. Richard Harvey with the cross. Southall backpedaling. In trouble. Desperate trouble. Well, he wouldn't call that a perfect cross. And it certainly wasn't a shot, but it had possibly Britain's best goalkeeper in desperate trouble. Curling beyond him and touched over. Well, Colin Harvey, the Everton manager, his contract is up for renewal at the end of the season, and with the pressure on him and his club, these are difficult times for him. Jim Ryan, of course, things are going rather differently. So Everton coming forward again. Johnson. And out it goes, no threat at all. So David Priest in for Dowie. Nice accurate ball, but has he got help in midfield? He has, from Williams. Hit out to Elstrop, who sticks to this left touchline. A lot of Everton players have come back though. David Priest, and this time it's Richard Harvey on the touchline. Dowie over the far side. This is Elstrop. Beautifully worked by Luton Town. Not picked up at all by the big men in the Everton defence. And that was a lovely cross. And that's his first home goal since last December. Good cross. Now look at the space he's got here to flick it down. It's either him or Dowie. He's got in front of his man, and Southall can't get it. 1-0. It's a nice ball. They worked it around well. It's a lovely little flick. The player who's stuck on the left wing most of the time pops up again up front. Lars Elstrop, 1-0 to Luton Town with 25 minutes of the game gone. Here they come again. Dowie wants this one. He's going to get it too. No, he isn't. It's offside. Well, in this game last year, as you remember, 2-0 to Luton at half-time, and they nearly lost it. And Nevin was fouled there unnecessarily by Richard Harvey. He couldn't possibly have got that ball, and I think he deservedly is being booked. Unless Nevin was making more of it than it seemed. But as Nevin knocked that ball away from the fullback, it was really a Luton ball anyhow. John Dreyer was going to get it, and he's just knocked by Harvey. So that's 2 Luton players in the book, but they're 1 goal to the good. And Steve Williams is saying something to the referee about the very point. Kevin Ratcliffe through the hole for Dave Watson. John Ebrell. Hughes coming well to defend. David Priest. Over the far side is Kingsley Black. It's too deep, but Kingsley Black might get there yet. Southall is out, and Southall is in some trouble. Now he's got to get back. Can Kingsley Black pump one in? Handball outside the area. He'll be in big trouble. And the problems of Neville Southall continue. Dragged out of his penalty area. Kingsley Black beats him to the ball. And deliberate handball in those circumstances, not so long ago, might have brought something fairly drastic. But I think this is a booking. Well, good chase here between the Welshman and the Irishman. And then when Kingsley Black tries to get it back in, Southall so far out of position is not true. Handball, and the result is a yellow card. So Southall remains the 3rd booking we've had. Hughes on the ball. Elstrop and Dowie with Dreyer. Johnson has crept up over the far side. And this is coming for Williams. And Johnson is in there. And indeed, Southall came for that and didn't get it. That's not like the old days of Neville Southall. Man and ball are usually gobbled up. And here comes John Ebrell. Stopped by Kerry Hughes. Well, he remonstrates with his colleagues, but whatever happens, Neville Southall is right in the middle of something interesting these days. Brilliant sunshine now. Hughes, that's not a good one, and Nevin was unfortunate to get a foot to that and give the throw to Luton Town. Well, really moody background as we come to the closing moments of the first half here, as Harvey bundles his way through. Kingsley Black. Wide on the right is Johnson. Williams finds him quickly. Can he pick anybody out with his cross? In goes Dowie, and goalkeeper Neville Southall not threatened at all. As the whistle goes for the end of an eventful first half, in which Neville Southall was beaten by Lars Elstrop in the 25th minute. A fine cross from Harvey, a lovely header from Elstrop, his first home goal since the middle of last season. It was very encouraging. It was a little bit spicy. Everton really haven't got going at all. It's been difficult for the referee, Stephen Bell, enjoying or indeed experiencing his first division game. But for the moment, it's Luton Town leading by 1-0.
If you're too busy running your business to plan your business, get an expert to help you get it right. The Enterprise Initiative. Phone 0800 500 200.
That's it. Where I was born and raised.
Well, you didn't go hungry then, did you?
Now I'm going to show you where I did my courting.
Who says romance is dead?
This is where I had my first taste of the finer side of life. McEwen's Export.
Has this place changed much?
Aye. These days they're letting anybody in.
McEwen's Export. It's class in a glass.
In order to seduce you away from your usual business airline, Virgin Atlantic will send a free limo to pick you up from anywhere in the UK. Then they'll slip you a free economy class ticket. And once you're in the expert hands of the cabin crew, you'll be spoilt something rotten. Or left alone to sleep in seats that actually let you sleep. And you get your own personal Sony video thingy, so you can watch the movie you want to watch. The readers of Executive Travel magazine have just voted Virgin Airline of the Year in the whole world. This limo is free and all. Virgin Atlantic, voted the business person's favorite airline.
How does a champion avoid the rough? Ask Nick Faldo.
The minimum investment for shares in the 12 regional electricity companies will be around £250, but your minimum first instalment will be £100.
99. Oh dear, can I have a pound?
Yes, take it out of the kitty.
I'll get it from Gopher.
Gopher?
To register for a prospectus, ring 0272 272 272. You could buy into what you plug into.
Welcome back to Kenilworth Road. Everton kick-off, trailing by that one goal from Lars Elstrup. So far so good for Luton. Good football, thoughtful, constructive, but 1-0 by no means enough against the side where they have more promise than threat. But Luton don't score too many goals at home. In fact, they haven't scored 2 goals in any game at home. So they could do with another one here. Priest, who's so close to getting an early goal in that first half, and that might well go for a corner. It does. So an early break for Luton Town as Elstrup comes into the middle. Black goes over with David Priest. There's only one man marking him, so they could take it short if they wanted to. Dowie is in there. Dreyer making a run towards the near post. Priest takes it. Dowie's going to get up with Watson, and away it goes for a goal kick. Ian Dowie with his 11 O-levels is beaten by John Dreyer, who's got 12, but the difference is Dowie has got a PhD. Sharp with Beaumont, straight to McDonald, and that's beautifully done. Bowman again, he's having a fine game. That's still in. It's not now, though. So a throw into Everton. Never won a game on this pitch. Trailing by 1 goal at the moment. Turned aside by Sharp. Eberl in here, it's a nice one. And Nevin's almost got it. He has. And that was bad play by the Luton defence, but very sharp play by Pat Nevin. Well, a high ball coming over to Pat Nevin, who's knee-high to a grasshopper, shouldn't really have been his at all. It was nicely laid in, but that's a defender's ball, and Harvey is beaten, and it's tucked away from Chamberlain. 1-1. Well, danger from nowhere, and Luton will be kicking themselves. But Richard Harvey couldn't get that one. Nice play by Nevin. He got the break and he punished Luton. So that's 1-1 now. Pat Nevin with his 4th goal of the season. That will give Everton some encouragement. They can score a few goals. Scoring goals really hasn't been that much of a problem. Conceding them has. Now then, Nevin against Richard Harvey. Sharp gets in there trying to turn it into Cotty's path, and Ebrel was coming in from the right-hand side. No, Adabel rather. Another bit of possession for Everton. Adabel to Pat Nevin. Back to the Dutchman. Chance to get a decent cross in. Nevin again battling here with Hughes. And Hughes takes it out for a corner. And Luton for the moment pinned back. After that, Nevin equaliser. Everton's 3rd corner. Dave Watson is in there. Sharp on the near post. Up goes Sharp and flicked on. And Cotty with a header that was certainly on its way, but well pulled out by Chamberlain. Well, good corner. Big men getting up, flicking it on to the little guy at the back, but he couldn't direct it past Chamberlain. Johnson trying to get away from Adderveld, picked up by Neil MacDonald. Johnson going again. Reese Williams, now Kerry Hughes, now they're Dowie. Off the knees of Neville Southall. Good drive. Good save too, though. Well, Luton there powering their way through the middle. Knocked back by Hughes to Dowie, and a drive which Neville Southall did well to get down to. John Ebrel nicely down to Keown. McDonald, Sharp, pushed back by Dreyer. Elstrup, a little touch, but it's still Everton's possession. Adderveld going for the return. Adderveld with a shot. Oh, that was a cracker. And that did have goalkeeper Alec Chamberlain diving rather swiftly to his left. Taking a return, coming for it and wasting no time about banging one. And it was a good effort. Slightly more adventurous Everton now, and things are linking up better for them. Eberl knocking it back to MacDonald, who's in the middle of most things, and that's a beautiful ball through for Sharp. And here's Cotty. Well, Cotty, I felt, should have had that one, but the linesman's flag is up anyhow. Well, that was a fine ball forward. Meanwhile, Luton are protesting that there was offside here. Cotty gets in on the far post, hits the side netting, and the protests continue. Priest again under pressure. The marking in midfield is so tight. The pass has got to be good, but now there's a possible break here for Kingsley Black with Priest on his left-hand side. He takes on Dave Watson. Gets himself in a bit of trouble. Free kick. Everton pulling everyone behind the ball. Williams wants to take it quickly. No, he doesn't. Priest chips it up. Dowie's getting in there. Oh, desperately unlucky. Very quick thinking there by Luton Town. David Priest got a foot under that one. Dowie powered forward. Out came Southall, and a clash of bodies, and it was fortunate for Everton that it just went wide of the post. Well, I don't know whether you call that a save, but had Southall not been there, it certainly would have been a goal. So that is brave, strong goalkeeping, and Ian Dowie would no doubt support that view while he gets treatment from Dave Galley. So Neville Southall's had a fairly eventful game, and there's plenty of time for more dramatics yet. 16 minutes of the game left. A corner for Luton, their sixth. Dowie gingerly on his feet. Dave Galley is off the field. The sun is shining brightly, making it difficult for the players to see the ball clearly. And Dowie gets up, but it's a good header by Dave Watson. Priest, Black, and Rees, and Dowie over the top. Dowie came on to that one and wasn't able to get over the top of it. He was still moving as he headed it, flicked on by Jason Rees, and just too strong and over the top, frustratingly. Well, he's still recovering from that knock by Neville Southall, a player, of course, who through much of the season has been playing on a broken toe. Marvin Johnson back in, Williams, little flick on, but not good enough. Beaumont did well. That was a foot, not a hand, although the appeals were pretty strong. Williams jukes away from Pat Nevin. Richard Harvey, good runner when you can get the ball in front of him. Kingsley Black, Jason Rees to the near post. Dowie, brave header, getting the strikes in. It's looking better for Luton, but they're not just on target. But a good flowing move for Luton Town. After Williams had beaten Nevin, forward comes Richard Harvey. He's got Kingsley Black on the left-hand side, playing with two wide men at the moment, and the ball in, evades Rees, and Dowie powers in. Johnson, McCall, and a chase by John Everall. It's a good header from Stuart McCall. He's got Cotty square. It's well cut out by Marvin Johnson. Throw into Everton. Still pushed quite a few players forward. Sharp coming for the long throw. That's for Sharp. Beaumont behind him. Everall goes in there. Everall going again. Nice control by Priest and laid out superbly to Kingsley Black. Finding it hard to get by Adderveld. He's done well there. Nice ball into Jason Rees. Kingsley Black going again. Space here for Williams. Curled in for Rees. It's too strong, but he was certainly in a good position. If only he could have brought that one down. But he was travelling so fast. Good move. Wide to Williams. Williams can pick a player out, and the one he picks is Rees, and he was flying when he hit that. Can Luton do it in the closing seconds? Throw in at least. As we move past the 90-minute mark, it's 1-1 with Luton pressing for that winner that looked as if it was comfortably going to be theirs earlier in the game. Sharp lays it aside, and there's a free kick given against Beaumont. The challenge on Sharp from behind. He's had a good game though, no doubt about that. They look secure at the back, he and John Dreyer, but perhaps not enough goals up front. And now they've got to look to their laurels to keep Everton out in time added on. Ratcliffe, Dreyer wins it, and that indeed is the end of the afternoon's entertainment. It's been a good game. The first half dominated by Luton with just that one goal, but then things changed early in the second half when Pat Nevin pinched that equaliser. It was much more open after that, but still Luton had the better chances, with Ian Dowie coming in with a hat-trick almost of half chances, pretty well all of them made by his own endeavour, his own ability in the air. But unfortunately, none of them went in, and still Luton can't beat the trend they're setting this season of scoring more than one goal here at Kenilworth Road. So the final score is Luton 1, Everton 1. How much of a knock was the equaliser and the nature of it early in the second half?
Well, I think it did affect our players for a rather long time, and it's something we have to learn. The goal itself was a combination of small mistakes that amounted in us being punished quite badly for. I think we've got to, especially young players in the team, have got to realise that losing a goal is not the end of the world, and knuckle down and get at it again.
Ian, the manager wasn't too happy. He thought you should have won it. Slightly disappointed. What about you?
Yeah, I think I share that. You know, we've played very well today, and scored one goal. Could have had a few more and let them back into the game with a poor goal. You know, that's always going to be that way if you only get one goal at home. You know, 2 goals they were dead and buried, and we're never in the game. Unfortunately, they sneaked a goal soon after half time, and you know we had all the pressure after that. But no, when you look at it tomorrow or you see it on the TV, you realise that you had most of the play, and you've let a result slip away. You know.
One of the chances that fell to you from the free kick, it hardly slipped away. I mean, it could have gone in. It just happened to go past the post. What
It's one of
happened
them things. A great little ball from Precy. I try and break a bit early, you know, behind the and he clipped it in perfectly. Just got a touch on it, and it's hit south or somewhere and squirted past the post. That sometimes happens when you don't get the rub of the green, you know. But looking at that, you know, that's another chance. Maybe should have gone in, you know.
But he came off his line fast. I mean,
yeah, I mean he's a good keeper. There's no doubt about that. But
a bit of luck.
Yeah, a bit of luck. But I mean, sometimes strikers make their own luck, you know. So you know, there's no way I should have scored that. It's as simple as that.
But then there was one occasion in the second half after that where a deep cross came in from the left from Kingsley Black when Priest and he had worked it well.
Yeah.
Should you have got this one? What happened there?
It's a great ball from Kingsley, whips it in. Young Jason Rees gets across and gets up well. It just surprised me. It just sort of came behind me a little bit. But again, you know, it's one of them ones I should have got above. You know, if I'd anticipated it a bit better. You know, you've got to expect him as a striker, and got above it and knocked it down. That would give us the result.
But the position that you're in at the moment is still very encouraging, despite the fact that you've had to sell people like Tim Breaker. You've got other young players coming forward. It's always going to be a battle anyhow, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is, and so it's all the more reason you want to take maximum points from the games where you feel you've done enough to win them. We may end up looking back on this one and regretting it.